welcome to this episode of Keep It Positive, Sweetie. Today I have Mr. Jesus is popping himself.
Yeah.
Country Wayne.
Hi, y'all
Dwayne
doing?
Kvle. What do you want to be addressed as? Dwayne?
Man, people call me Wayne.
Wayne.
Yeah,
Okay.
people just be like Wayne.
Wayne. Okay, so
Yep.
Wayne. We got Wayne in the house.
For sure.
Better known as Country Wayne. You have a new book out called Help Is On The Way.
Yes.
Which is what we titled this episode.
Okay, that's
And
what's
when
up.
I think about Help Is On The Way, the first thing that comes to mind is that church song.
Yeah.
Hold on. Help is on the way.
Yeah, I can't sing, but yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Hold on.
Whitney Houston sung it on
Preacher's Wife.
Preacher's Wife.
Sure did.
Yep.
Yeah, I love her version.
Mm-hmm.
So good, so good. Let me just tell people a little bit about you in case you don't know. Country Wayne, you're a comedian, a social media personality who was formerly a rapper. I
Yeah.
didn't even know that.
Yeah, I should spit, but it ain't work.
It didn't work.
Nah.
Okay. You're known for your comedy content, which is how I was introduced to you on Instagram. But you had a video that went viral in 2014 on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Is that when everything just kind of went?
Yeah, that's when the video took off, but I didn't take off, but I took off with it. Like I kept working.
You saw something. You
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm onto something here.
Yeah, I already knew,
Yeah,
for sure.
That's good. Okay. You made funny short videos about life's inconvenient and unfortunate moments. And then since 2015, you've been doing stand-up comedy, which is really taking off. I've noticed that you're on the road all the time now. And you've appeared in films such as Brazilian Wavy, The Turnaround, Holiday, Heartbreak, and then most recently, the movie we did together, Praise This.
Praise This, yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
Some of them other movies you named, I don't even know what they.
You don't know them? Did you do these?
One of them, I ain't really do that.
Which one? Let's turn it.
No. It was something. You know how it be. You know how it be when you first start. I ain't gonna knock the people moving.
Yeah. You like,
Yeah.
I got you. I didn't do that.
Don't watch it.
That's what we're doing this evening. We're gonna find these movies and watch. I'll let you know how it goes. Okay. So I remember I met you on the set of Praise This. You were the DJ.
Yeah.
You had some really funny moments in that. Super funny, and you were very quiet on set.
Yeah, I'm a quiet person for real.
Are you?
I'm a great listener.
Gotcha. Okay. So I guess you are extroverted when it comes to work.
Yeah.
But like
yeah.
Wayne in real life is just kind of chill.
I'm chill. I'm real chill because that's how I soak up my content.
Okay.
I listen to people. So I'm a great listener. And in order to be a great talker, you got to be a great listener. So I just like to listen.
I love that. That's good. So tell me a little bit about you. I know you grew up in a small town in Georgia, where at a young age you were exposed to criminal activity. Let's get into it. I want to know a little bit more.
Yeah, man.
People want to know.
Well, hey, it's in the book. I was a dope boy. So, I was a dope boy at the time. My daddy was a dope boy. My uncle was a dope boy. So, I hustled. As soon as I graduated high school, 2006, I started hustling immediately. I got caught. I got 10 years probation. And then I tried to go work a 9 to 5, but child support was kicking in. So I had, it wasn't enough.
Wait a minute, how many kids did you have by then?
By then, I was 22 with 7 kids.
Wayne.
Yeah.
What?
Now why everybody be thinking now, they don't know. I ain't been really.
You ain't doing nothing.
I ain't been really like that since 22.
Like
I'm 35 now.
You ain't been like that?
I ain't been like that since. I was out there like from the age of 14 to 22. Those was my, my real women days.
Yeah, wow.
So people be seeing me, I got a lot of kids, they be thinking like, but no, I had 7 of them by the time I was 22. Since I was 22 to 35, I had 3 kids.
Wow, okay. So you slowed down a lot.
Slowed down a lot.
Okay, so get back to when child support was kicking your ass.
Child support was kicking, man. Me and my daddy, boy, we would ride one day, and I was like, bro, I asked him, I said, man, let me get some money to go to work. I was gonna pay you back when I get paid. He said, son, I was just about to ask you. So, man, I went to the bank, got me a loan, because I always kept my credit straight, and I knew how to go to maneuver at banks.
Yeah.
I borrowed some money when it bought me a 4-way.
What's a 4-way?
4.5 ounces of cocaine. I ain't looked back ever since. It just kept it flipping.
I know that's right. Wow, that's crazy.
So we had nightclubs, all that.
You went and got a loan to get some cocaine.
Yeah.
You were a businessman for real.
Yeah.
Yeah, business-minded. Like to think, I'm gonna go get this loan and get this, and then I'll pay the loan back.
Pay the loan back.
And still have extra money.
Still had extra money, man.
Pay your child support.
Child support, and I was chasing my dreams. So this time when I went back, I ain't go just to sell drugs. I was like, man, I'm pushing my career. So I was using the money, some of the money to fund my rap career.
Wow.
But So that's how I was. I was eating small town, big
What
fish.
part of Georgia was it?
Millen, Georgia,
How far is that from Atlanta?
about 3 hours.
Okay.
But then I went to Statesboro, Georgia. So that's about 3. That's what Georgia Southern University.
Yes, I'm about to say yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Did you go to? That's where you went to school?
Nah, I ain't go.
You,
I went to college.
you're so
I went to community college just to get the student loan check. That was my first time buying cocaine when I first
Wait! Oh my God!
I got this student loan and Pell grant.
Oh, listen, yeah. I didn't get. I had my last year of college. I got a student loan. Other than that, I had scholarships. But
You turned them down? You turned them down?
my parents are really big on not coming out of college with debt.
Yeah.
So
I had to get that
yeah.
money. I had to get it. That student loan, it felt like free money.
Until you gotta pay it back. Ain't nothing free. Listen, I know a lot of people right now like, please forgive me for my student loans.
Black people don't forget themselves. I don't know why they worrying about that, man. Nobody ain't worried about that student loan bill like that. You gotta hit the lottery before we pay that back. Like, nobody ain't finna just pay no student loan back.
Right.
Your career gotta be set. And then you gotta show me you said again, it gotta be double crossed. Like, are you sure I'm making this money?
Right.
And then pay it back.
I'm with you.
Black people ain't worried about that
They're
bill.
not. They're like, Fannie Mae who? No.
Ooh, then they be like, it's gonna go on your credit report. Ooh, so what?
Ooh.
But I don't care about no credit report. Not for real, like.
Right.
We care about that stuff when we get up. Like on the way up, man.
Yeah, but when you're there, you're not thinking about that.
I'm trying to survive right now. I don't care about no student loan, no hospital bills. You should have got me when I was at the hospital. I'm not paying that stuff.
Yeah,
man.
we're getting a comedy show with the show. I love this. This is so good. Okay, so you ended up going to Statesboro. Then what was like the shift where you started to see, okay, you selling drugs, and what was the shift where you like, okay, your career start taking off? Where you're like, I don't have to do this anymore, or was it like
I sold drugs 2014 when I went viral with the comedy. I quit the rapping thing right then, and I just started being consistent. But I had over 1 million followers. People knowing me, and I still was hustling the whole time. I had a nightclub, and then I got my second nightclub, so I could finally quit selling dope because I wasn't getting I wasn't getting shows like that. I was getting some shows, but January 2016, I finally quit for real. And I said, I'm gonna do this comedy for real.
Yeah.
And then I started touring. But I was making like 30 or 40 a month. But I was like, man, this ain't nothing. Because, the child support, but then.
This time you had how many kids? We was up to what?
I was at 8.
8, okay.
I was at 8. But what happened was I went to a show one day and I made 20, comedy club, and I made like 20 grand in 1 week. I was like, oh.
In a week, you like, oh, I can do this in a week.
One weekend.
Yeah.
I said, oh, I'm finna make $1 million.
Yeah.
I knew I was about to make it, so then I was like, and that was 2016 when I really felt that confidence to really quit. And ever since then, I just been grinding.
I love that. So I know a lot of comedians find humor in the inconvenience and their pain, as Kevin Hart says, laugh at my pain. What is that what really started? And what was the thing you're like, I'm gonna talk about this. I want to shed light on this and let's make fun of it.
Oh, because I had information on the streets, so I knew nobody couldn't tell my story because most people don't make it out the way I did.
Yeah.
And I was sober through the whole thing because I never did drugs. So the whole time through my mama's life, my uncle's life, and my life, I was able to capture these moments and pictures, and women, you know what I'm saying? So I learned women. My mama told me a lot about them. So me learning women, I knew a lot of people weren't gonna be able to talk about it as detailed as me because I listen to women. So
and you were sober through it, so.
Yeah, I'm sober, so I know what.
So you don't drink or nothing, you don't do nothing?
Nah, I don't do nothing.
And you're vegan?
Yeah.
Wow. So you just a temple is just clean.
Well, ain't nobody perfect but God, but I drink water.
Mind your business.
Yeah.
The business that pays.
For sure.
I know that's right. So you have a new book called Help is on the Way, Stand Up and Live Your Truth. And you talk about a couple lessons in the book. And one of them was sometimes all you have is your pride. And that's often the only person who can help you push you forward is you. You mentioned in the book about being introduced to God at the age of 6. Just tell me about your experience in your faith, because you're very vocal on Instagram. And I'll be honest with you, one of the things that really made me say I want Wayne on this show was when you talked about forgiving your parents. That was, I talked about on my Get to Know Me episode, some things I went through in my childhood and just the pressures of that and learning as adults to forgive our parents for whatever, you know what I'm saying, we have been holding or whatever. And when you said that, I was like, wow, it hit home. It was like the timing of that post was like precise. And I was like, wow. I just, even your perspective and to be mature enough to be like, hey, Dad, I forgive you. How was that journey even being introduced to God, and how was he with you even when you were doing your, the things?
Man, I just, when I was young, I heard my grandma and my mama them talk about Jesus. So I chose to believe it for real. They was talking about him, but I'm a little child. I'm like, okay, this is what we believe in. So I really was crazy enough to really believe in Jesus. And at 6 years old, like I put in my book, I was talking to a flower one day, and I was like, I know you can talk. And I was like, I ain't gonna tell nobody. If you just speak to me, it's between me and you. And that flower said, boy, I went in the house, told my mama them, came out there. I said, look, the flower talk. I said, come and listen to the flower. Yeah. I said, look, now I know I said I wasn't gonna tell nobody. And that flower ain't say nothing to them, but like, I always had crazy faith, and I seen it work. I fell on a bicycle one time, and I flipped, and I told my mama, she came out there run. I said, no, God, he helped me down and let me slow. So I had this crazy faith, and I just seen it in life. Everything I got in, I was able to get out. Like, I was able, even when I sold drugs, I know Jesus was real because he cleaned my reputation. I got all these kids and all my past, but when people see me, they don't see that. Feel that energy off me. And I'm like, but it was him. But I picked up the Bible 2012 while I was in the streets. Because, you lose them when you lose God on the way to life when you start wanting to be yourself. And I learned, even though I wasn't with him, he was still with me. And I felt his word, because he can't be in no mess. But that's why he give you his word and common sense. So I noticed the difference of having his word and having him. But 2012, I was up, had money, had, the cars. I was like, I'm up in the wrong world. Woo! I say, I'm the man working at McDonald's is actually better than me right now, because if I got $100,000, I'm in the streets. I'm on the negative end of the ruler. Remember in school, you got 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. A negative 50. Ill-gotten gain has no lasting value. It says that in the Bible. So I'm like, I'm really so far behind. Yeah. So I picked up that Bible. It was my niece's Bible, and I still got that Bible. It's in the truck right now. And nobody told me how to read it. I said, man, everybody was telling, go to this verse, go to that verse. I started from the beginning. And I read it through. It took me about a year. And to this day, I read it through 7 times. I'm on my 8th trip now, and I don't miss a day. But it was that word that was the origin of life. And and once I tapped into that, he started getting me out the streets. And then when the social media came, I knew what it was. I had just read a verse. He said, try this, try this, try that. And he said, perhaps all of them could happen. And I seen it. And I was like, so everything, something come, this what? So
you can apply it.
I can, it's preparation for it.
Wow. Oh, all right. A man after God's own heart. That's amazing. I love that. I love that it's very impressive that you've read the Bible 7 times and you're on your 8th trip. That's crazy. Yeah. A lot of people don't even have the attention span. Like, how long do you read every day?
I read a page a day. When I first started, I guess my spirit was so hungry. I was reading like 15 pages. But then I got to the point where it only had to be one time a day.
Because you know it now. It's just more like a refresher.
No, it's just like it's so much. If you read too much, it's like good food.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It's real good. It's potent. So you got to take it in, and that verse be in you. And everybody be trying to understand why they read. And I had to learn. You don't supposed to understand it all the time. It's like if you take medicine for your foot, you don't know how I get to there. It go through your mouth. Yeah. So the Bible, when it comes in you, it comes out when needed. And it really helped me with business for real. Cause I get mine.
You do.
Every deal, I just can feel. I just know what to.
That discernment.
Nah. And most of the time, by the time it come to me, it already be, cause energy just know. Yeah. So that Bible is important for real, especially when it comes to this world, because this world is wicked.
It is. It is a very wicked world. Did you ever go through a season of unbelief and staying away from God, maybe because of what you were doing, or were you like always like tapped in. There was never, 'cause, you know, sometimes
people
like,
try to run me away.
Wow, people try to run
The
you
church. The church tried to run me away. When I had a nightclub, and then we had a successful night, nobody got in a fight, nobody shoot. I put on Facebook, thank you God for letting us have a safe night at the club. And people from the church and the community was like, we don't like the way Kountry Wayne putting God and what he doing.
Wow.
I said, why would God go help something that's clean?
Yeah.
We in the club, we had a safe night. I don't care what they say. So even now, when I did the Jesus Poppin' brand, people were like, you putting that in what you doing, because you know I got the women in the skits playing these roles. I'm like, bro, man, Jesus is in whatever I'm doing.
Hello.
And
I love
and,
it.
and if I'm doing something wrong, help me get out. So I need them anyway. So no, I never lost my faith. I lost a lot of things. I done lost money before. I done lost people. But I always held on to my faith. I ain't never, because that's all I got. And
Yeah.
you know.
That's so good. Have you ever, like, how do you push? I know there's been dark moments in your journey, and we don't have to go too deep.
No. We
you're
go
in a
real
good
deep.
space.
Come on.
Okay. What are some of those dark moments, and how did you, like, when nobody else is watching, nobody sees Wayne, what are things that you do, and how do you push yourself out of those dark places?
Man, I give it to God. Man, when I get a headache, I give up quick. I'm like, I'm dead. God help me.
I'm dead.
I die. I don't try to fight through nothing. So I give it to
So
God.
you die daily.
Like during the pandemic, I was broke because the pandemic hit. I had like $100 grand, but I was about to go on tour, so I'm like, I'm finna go make that little 700 real quick. You know what I'm saying? But pandemic hit, we can't work. My bills were 70 grand a month. I got down to 13,000.
Wow.
I was selling NutriBurst. I was about to sell it. I had put the T. I had it on my link tree. If you could have screenshot my link tree, you would have seen NutriBurst up there. I had got me a box truck. I finna do Amazon routes. I started the LLC.
I know that's right. Yeah.
But that was a dark place, because now I'm worried about my family. Cause I know I got faith.
Yes.
I got faith. I wasn't worried.
You were gonna be good, but
they faith is in my money.
Ooh.
So I'm like, so really I work hard just for them, cause I got him, but that was a dark place. I'm like, now they finna worry so much. But I was kind of happy that they got to see that moment. Yeah. Because now they could realize it was never my money. It was my faith why I got money. And but they ain't believe they thought I had money. I'm like, bro, I ain't got it. I had to show accounts. Yeah. But that was a dark moment, man. But I remember the feeling. I'm like, here we go again. I did my head just like this. They went to counseling them shows. I did my head. I remember my head did just like this. God, here we go again. Yeah. And my brother over there, he told me, he say, we finna see if all this help us on the way stuff is real. Hey, and celebrities was watching my stuff. I'm gonna tell you this how I know, bro. So everybody watching me scream Jesus off. So they waiting on something. Sometimes people wait on something bad that happened to me, because they were like, is he gonna keep that joy? Yes. Celebrities were watching my page, and there's one guy who got a podcast. He was like, man, the comedians looking messed up now. It's one of them, I seen him trying to sell some tea. He was talking about the NutriBurst tea. But they were just wanting to see what I'm gonna do now. And I was grateful for that moment, because in that moment, boy, again, just like he did back in the day, he turned my life around to the point where I don't even need the industry. He gave me something that is so unique and so for me. So yeah, in those dark moments, I just give it to him. Yeah. I ain't leaving him. I don't give it, because he ain't gonna embarrass you.
No, he won't. No, at all.
You know what I'm saying? I don't trust the world.
Yeah, I remember during COVID, and that was a hard time for everybody. I was blessed enough to still be getting paid because I was on Tyler's payroll. So I was, even through that time, I didn't miss anything. That was nothing but the grace of God.
Oh, that was never God, girl.
Nothing but God, yeah.
I don't know how that was.
No.
Everything stopped. I should have been over here on the sofa.
Well, I wasn't here yet. We was at the townhouse, but I remember just even like the isolation and like, okay, anytime something like that happens, and I'm going through it again with the strike that's happening right now, I always find a way to, how can I come out of this better? You know, this is time that God has set me down. What can I do to hone in on different skills? And now I'm in the position, I feel like I'm in my own pandemic with the strike, because we're not working, and acting was my bread and butter. You know, I got 2 shows, and that was like, I'm good. Like, I can just enjoy work literally work up 1 month out of the year, unless I book something else. For those 2 shows, because we shoot really fast, and then I had the rest of the year to just enjoy my life. So now that we're not working, we had just worked in March or April for Sisters, and then I was like, I was supposed to be working right now for Zatima, which is my big check. So I'm like, oh, I'm good, like thinking I'm good, and now it's like we don't know when we're going back to work. So it comes in like budgeting, and like you yourself, like overhead is like 50K over, you know what I'm saying, for everything, and it's like, whew, okay, like everything you see, like my accountant's like, all right, this is what you can do. We can live off of this for however long, but you have to stick to this budget. So now Dinorah and I are like working on other things, and it's just this pandemic that we're going through right now, what we call it, the strike, is forcing me to like look at other streams and things I'm passionate about and things that I love. So it's like a restructuring phase all over again.
I think a lot of people, somebody asked me about that the other day. I was like, what do you think it's going to do for actors? I think a lot of actors are going to be more creative and business savvy after this.
Absolutely.
Because it's going to force them to, because that's what it did for me, man. I would have never, if I would have had a bunch of money put up, I would have never built this, because sometimes when people got to know, like that song William Murphy got, is working when it's your season.
Ooh.
When you know you got them, everything that go bad is in your favor.
It is.
So you got to just soak that in, like, no matter how, and it get ugly, because the devil, he send tests. God don't test nobody. See, people don't know that. The devil the only one that send tests.
Wow.
You know, he sent tests, but as long as people hold on to that faith, and I know that sounds like grandma and them, and be like, oh, everybody been said that, but boy, that faith in him, every time. And that's what it is, and I think that's what it's gonna take. You know, that's what's happening now, because the way they shut down the industry, I was like, hold up, bro. I understand they're trying to get more money, but is they gonna give people some money for because I noticed the union we need, but it's a crazy time, and that's why I feel for sometimes when I see people go through stuff, man, because I'm like, well, if they ain't got that faith. You know what I'm saying? But that faith is going to get everybody through everything.
Yeah, no, absolutely. No, for real. You also talk about living in your truth.
Yeah.
And you say, don't hide from where you came from, celebrate it. This is what makes you original. And a lot of people from the streets shy away from talking about their love for God in fear of making them look soft. You talk about it on social media all the time. Like, you're like, Jesus has been popping. That's what I love about you, is like a man who does not mind like screaming from the mountaintop. Have you ever had people like, why? I know you said during the pandemic, people like, they're looking to see like if you're gonna lose your joy. Have you had people like come to you like recently or during your journey saying like, why are you always like screaming about Jesus? That's
the question I get.
Really?
That's the question I get the most. But now I used to talk about it online, but God told me to hush. And now as they see my life going up, they don't really question no more. They starting to believe. Yeah. Because the way my career been, it's just been a different ride. And it's just like, and I went on Good Morning America, and I remember, you know, because you can't, for real, they don't let you say Jesus in these places. It's just like, it's just bad for business. It ain't, we're not against it, but I went on Good Morning America. The first thing they did was zoom in on my chain. Really? And my publicist was looking like, wow. Because she couldn't believe, because they were kind of like, you know, you know how they are about that.
I do, yeah.
But it's, what I learned is people out there, even in them evil places, that rep him, they just not bold enough to say his name.
Yes, so oh, absolutely.
What I learned, people who say his name strong, it's people out there that are really in that industry, boy, because I got some people out there in my favor that be pushing for me, like, and it's like, but people, that's the question they give me, like, that Jesus thing, everybody want to know, because everybody deep down know our grandma told her that.
Hello.
And we got people don't got away from it, and it's like.
Now it's the universe. Now it's.
Now the universe. Man, I hate people come talking about when your birthday. Oh, Sagittarius. Well, what happened to that Leo? You ain't know he was going to break your heart. I be like, man, come on, man. Everybody, people don't know how to put the batteries right in their remote, but all of a sudden they know about the stars. Yeah. I'm like, bro, come on, man. We just. The same thing grandma and them talked about.
Yeah.
He been around that long for a reason.
He has. And it is, our industry is very, very funny about that.
Yeah.
I love it when people get on stage at award shows and say, thank you, Jesus. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? They like give, not just thank you, God, because there's so many gods in this world. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's different gods, but there's only one Jesus.
It's only one Jesus, but and people scared. But if you pay attention, the people I've seen really stand on it. The industry can't stop them.
They can't.
It's a dude in Marvel, Chris Pratt.
I love him. Yes.
Me and him be DMing, and like I told him, I said I seen him going there one day because deep down, that's what only thing they said. I had seen a guy say, he said, man, the devil is not scared of your good deeds. Only thing he feared is Jesus' name.
Wow. Ooh.
That's why they trying to shut it up. They trying to shut it because it's power.
Yeah.
It's power just in that man's name. If Siri got this much power, and I could say, hey, Siri, what's Martin Luther King's birthday? And she answered. Imagine how much more power Jesus got. I've seen it, and I've used it. I use it. He probably tired of me calling. Because some of this stuff, he be like, you know what I'm saying? Some of this stuff, we got to cut that off.
Siri.
See? Siri.
See, yeah, he tried it. He just tried it. He was like, we're going to stop this right now.
but Jesus react faster than Siri, man. And
So-
it just because people can't see it. I know for me, bro, it's been him.
I met Chris Pratt when I was going to, when John Gray had his church here in Atlanta, and he was filming something, and he came to the back and told us a story about when he was running one day here in Atlanta through the woods, and just really heavy. It was a heavy day for him, and he's like, I just need to go for a run. So he goes for a run, and he sees this random bench in the woods. He was like, why is this bench there? And something just said, sit down. And as he sat down, he looked down, and he noticed like a stone on the ground, and he moved the leaves, and it said, be still and know that I am God. And he was like, wow, like it's funny, like God found me as I'm running, you know what I'm saying, trying to clear my mind and set me down, and I saw that, and I was like,
That's powerful, man.
so I appreciate artists like Chris, like you, and myself who aren't afraid to talk about
You can see it on you, though.
Yeah.
You can see it on you, like, but when I first met you, I was like, because, you know, I seen you on TV, and I'm like, man, ain't no way this person look this, nobody don't see this. It's just like this, you got a walking filter.
A walking filter.
It's like this glow, man.
Man, thank you.
Like, for real, though.
I just had Eve on here, and she was like, it was your light. And I'm just like, we were in bawling, crying. But that's how every day I wake up and I
Your
say,
ear even look angelic. Like, I promise, your ear looks so healthy.
well, you are hilarious.
You seen her ear? You ever pay attention to her ear?
I've told her before that she has perfect ears.
God, they're brand new. Like, y'all here out here getting ear surgery.
No, ear surgery. Yeah, that's a new thing. Ear surgery. I'm not.
No, she is, man.
No, I'm
For
not.
real. She definitely is.
I want people to see that light. My prayer every morning when I wake up is, God, like when I walk out these doors, I want people to see you through me and just let your light shine through me. Yeah, so that's what I ask God for every day. Is that people see him through me. So that's really good. I know that also in living in your truth, as you have seen in your career, a lot of men struggle with leaving the street tough guy persona behind and feel like they still are kind of tapped into the hood just to keep their credibility. Is that something you struggle with at all?
Nah, because see, I know women for real. See, so most men do that because they think women, they perceive through hip hop, they think women like, but they don't know what women like. Cause sometimes women don't know what they like. Everybody like one thing, but everybody love another.
Yeah.
And I learned, man, you know, people love you for you to be you. So wherever you are, and ain't nobody, we weren't born thugs and killers.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Even when I was in the street, I ain't never had no gun. I got me some money, and you know, I love a pretty woman. Point blank, period. But I ain't struggle with that hard stuff because I know me, and I know how I fight in real life. So I ain't finna walk around all day proving it. But anybody finna touch me.
I know.
But I get touched back. So nah, man, that street life was something that I was born in. If I was born another way, I would have did it another way.
Yeah.
But that ain't nothing I was wanting to even glorify. You know, that's why I don't even talk about it like that. They had to make me write that book.
Wow.
I didn't even want to talk about it.
You didn't want to talk about it?
Because I was like, man, I don't made it out. And that stuff just happened. A lot of that stuff in that book,
Wow.
we wrote that book 2021. I just got a street 2016, but they got lawyers involved. And I said, you sure? I was recording them on the phone and everything. While I was on the phone with them, I would mess and record. But they were like, nah, I can't get in trouble. But nah, that tough guy persona, if guys knew what women, if they really paid attention to women, they'll learn how to be. But they think women, because women go through a stage where they think that's what they want.
You are so right. I went through that. I love, my mom always said, you like them really nice and sweet, but rough on the edges. Like I wanted a little, I need something like a little,
And y'all break them guys' heart.
Yeah.
See what happened, y'all break their heart, then they get mad, then they want to call y'all the B word and what's the name, then they stay in this state because they thought this what y'all wanted.
Yeah, and that's not what we need.
Then when y'all leaving for the guy that they like, you know, but you got to be a mixture. Solomon said in the Bible, you can't be too holy, you can't be too wicked. And I tell people, I say, man, he say, stay somewhere in the middle. I say, so I ain't Kurt Franklin, but I ain't Lil Boots either. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like Russell Wilson in Future, mixed together.
It's a good balance.
We're gonna sleep in peace and all that, but I'm telling you, we're gonna have some fun too now. Like, yeah.
I love it. I love it. You also talked about don't get mad, get money.
Yeah.
Get money. Ignore people who want to tear you down and provide for the ones who love you. How have you navigated changing your friendships as you succeeded when it comes with like?
Man, if somebody ain't really trying to get no money, we better be talking about something.
Is that friends and relationships? Like with your significant, with your woman too?
Well, I ain't got no woman.
I know, but like if you had one, like what would she need to do? She need to be getting money too, or getting mad?
No, not really. She just need to be. Yeah, she need to be getting real money, and that's taking care of herself, drinking water. You know, cause that's the main step. Before we do anything, we gotta drink water. Cause if you got $1 billion, and you're in there tracking fish, and they don't go together. So we gotta drink this water.
I am done. Okay.
So I really just want a woman. When I say I want her to love herself, that's the main thing, man. Put that energy into her because you can't love somebody more than you love yourself. So,
And do you practice the same thing where you love?
Yeah, I love me. So when I give mine off, I ain't never been in a relationship where a woman wasn't happy.
Okay.
She always happy. Because I'm gonna love me, so whatever I give off.
Yeah, you're not pouring from.
It's like production.
Yeah.
The better this post gonna be is gonna be the better of the pre-production.
Absolutely.
So if I put my time in this pre-production, by the time this piece come out, I ain't gonna have to say nothing about it. You're gonna feel it.
Yeah.
You're gonna feel, ooh, did the director make that person turn their head and do this? Did they take the time and do a whole nother scene? Because it was the energy they put in the pre-production.
Got you.
So I put that in me every day behind closed doors. So when I give it out, they're gonna feel it.
That's good. Have you had any old friends call you like a sellout or treat you differently as a result to your success? Or had to let people go? Because I know for me, I went through recently what I call a purging season, where like I saw that I was ascending and certain people weren't happy for me or supportive, and I'm like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Where is this really going? Have there been people where it's like, oh, you done changed, or
Yeah, for sure. You know, people,
how do you deal with that?
I don't really care. I don't care about nothing, but I can't even try to care. That's always been one of my flaws and my strengths. My sister say, I never care what nobody else think. I just don't care.
Yeah.
And I think that's how I'm able to be creative.
Yeah.
Cause I don't even care what my fans think
Wow.
about my content.
That's good, because you're doing it for, like, this is what you enjoy doing.
This will come.
This is what God gave you, the idea.
I don't care what the industry say.
Yeah.
I just don't care. Cause if he love me, man, I ain't finna give you the power to control my life. Cause sometimes the devil, he know he can't get you, but as long as he get a moment out of you. So like the devil would be like, yeah, I'm saved now. The devil, like, I got 65 years out of you though. Like it's like that guy told him on Life when they were about to shoot the guy. He was like, the state of Mississippi got 40 years out of you know. So I don't care. I don't give people that power, man.
Yeah. Wow, you remind me of Tyler when you say that.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's why he is so successful. He does not listen to any of the naysayers.
Nah, Tyler, bro, and real people, like great people, recognize great people. Cause man, I remember when Tyler Perry had them DVD. I mean, it was a DVD. Was it a DVD or the tape? I know it was a DVD. I remember going to my friends and be like, man, this Madea person is so funny. I slid it in. I was saying, boy, y'all finna laugh. So they watching it, but this one I know sometimes the world is stuck on trends. He wasn't trending yet to them. They watching it and they don't see what I see. I wasn't stuck what they talking about. I'm like, man, this funny.
Yeah.
7 weeks later, the buzz going around about Tyler Perry, they were watching it one day, they bust out laughing. I say, man, y'all so fake.
Wow.
Y'all not even controlling y'all own emotions.
Mind control. Literally, the media has
The world got you.
Yes. Ooh.
And the world is Satan, so you don't even know what's good.
Yeah.
Like when I look at you, I'm like, man, like I told you today, I said, this girl, a beautiful woman in the world.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they might got you ranked, but they probably like, this person got more for. I'm like, no. And so I never cared, so I could see. I just never cared, so I handle what people don't like me or mad about something I move or they wasting their time. Cause
Yeah, that's good. You'll go far with that too, because
Yeah.
a lot of times I know as a woman in the industry, I have got caught up in that, like what people think and how I'm perceived. And I feel like I'm in the most free space of my life where I don't care anymore. And I'm allowing people just to see crystal. You know, I used to try to like hide certain things or I always say I'm giving so much of my life through acting. I just want to have everything else be private. But like nobody knows who I am. I'm not sharing the blessings. I'm not like allowing people to see all that God has done.
you gotta let them see you, girl.
Yeah.
You gotta let them see you because you walk around with a filter. You got a natural human organic filter. You gotta let them see you, man. Because they need to see that.
Yeah. I'm working on it. Dinorah has helped me.
Can you remember Jesus' homeboy, Peter them told him? They said, man, you got to go ahead and show people who you is because the world ain't going to know you until you, he had to pull up side. He pulled up sideways on that donkey.
Yeah. Yep. Pull up sideways on the donkey.
Yeah, he had to show it. Jesus, see, people thought Jesus, that's why I named my brand Jesus Papa because people think Jesus is boring. So the world done made it seem like Jesus, people gonna come around and preach and judge. That ain't Jesus. That's people using his name, but instead of letting him use them. And Jesus is the coolest, the flies. I tell my son. That's why I fight with the world and my sons because you know it's rappers and a lot of people out there. If my sons didn't see that women like me the way they like me, that's why I let them see how women act around me because I'm letting them know you can still be this.
Yes.
This who they gonna love. Now they gonna like him for a moment, but Jesus was the coolest.
Yeah.
His name still buzzing. Ain't no brand, Nike, nobody is outlasting Jesus, and we ain't even seen him.
Isn't that wow?
We ain't had no pictures. Now that man, either he real good or he a scammer because we ain't seen nothing. And this Joker's brand is going strong.
I love it.
So you got when people believe in Jesus, the church be like, we gonna sit back and we gonna wait. No, man, Jesus mad because nobody don't want to follow that big suit and that hat. You gotta put that drip on it.
Yeah, put that drip on it.
And shine. Because when you step out there, he gonna help you step out there because God now, cause hey, God, I'm out here walking on this water, so you better help me because if I fall off, you know what they gonna say now. I said, it's a pandemic, Lord, and I've been screaming your name, and I'm on social media. So I'm just saying, you know, I'm riding with you regardless, but for your name. And what?
Walk on this water.
I'm out here walking on this water, and this water, and my knees are wet. Hey, shoot, what? So Jesus, he keep working for me. Hey, get me out of here now.
Oh my gosh, I can't with you.
Man, for real.
That is real.
Then they brought this strike. I'm like, oh, what? Because I already ain't trust the industry the first time it hit me when it shut down. So then I had my confidence built up. I got in some projects. Say, God, then they hit again. I said, oh, hell no. I'm definitely. They'll never get me again to believe. Maybe out me here, I'm over here, projects coming out. What?
Right.
Y'all just stopped it?
Yes.
You should have called me a year ago. I would have planned my life accordingly.
Right. Let me know.
Don't stop nothing like this.
Right.
Ain't no PPP coming? No. I'm staying over here.
Right.
I don't want to hear my agent. They can't get me confident no more. There's nothing until I'm on set with the chick.
Hello.
Man.
I know that's right.
No, man.
Oh my goodness. I'm sure you like that probably helped you build your own table, as Tyler says. Like, I'm not going to depend on anybody
But
else.
I don't trust. That's what made me do it during the pandemic. I was forced to, but not even doing this. Because, you know, I got a Netflix special coming out.
Yeah.
And they was like, and this I know God, where they say the only thing you're allowed to promote is comedy specials. So, you know, my Netflix special come out, I said, tell me.
That was God. Even this was saved by that.
But you know what I learned, though? People got to stop praying.
Start praying.
Because I said, I told my brother the other week, I realized I was wrong with the word everybody praying. And one person's blessing could be another person's demise. Cause like, I'm like, I can't say thank you God that he shut the industry down for me, right? Cause I'm like, but what about all the other people? So now I realize that's why I don't pray. That's why only thing I ask God, let God's will be done.
Amen. Yes.
Because
Me too.
we pray for storms. I worked for this power company one time. We used to pray for storms. When a storm coming, we hope it hit. Because we get some overtime. And when it hit, we say thank you God for that overtime.
But it's
And so many people don't got hurt. So what I learned, man, let God's, that's the only prayer everybody should be praying.
that's it. I say that too. I used to be like, Lord, please do this, and Lord, I want this, and Lord God, please change this person, or please help me with this. And it was like this long list of things that I'd be praying about. And then I read the scripture where it says, don't go in your closet babbling. Just say the Lord's Prayer, thy will be done. And that's it. And literally when I took that on, I realized that the things I was praying for were, one, too small. And what God had for me and what he was showing for me that he had was way bigger than I even imagined.
That's real.
So that's,
you preaching now, girl. You don't know what you just said. You think you just said something normal. Most times people say something big, they think it was big. It wasn't that big. You just said something, girl, because that is so true. That's so cool. We don't know what to ask for because we a piece of sand to 1,000 beaches to God.
Yes.
My baby mamas try to get me with child support. They can't get me because they don't even know how to ask for enough. I had to help them.
You're like, baby girl, you're making it too small.
Your lawyer wasn't good enough. Let me give you double that. They can't hit me because what your brain can't even, not even fathom.
Yes.
And that's what people don't realize. They need to let God will, just trust his will. Because the dangerous thing, whatever you pray for, you eventually gonna get it. That's why girl, Delilah got it from Samson.
Yes.
Because she kept aggravating him. And God, he's a father of all things. If you keep asking me, I'm gonna open that door for you and you're gonna say thank you, but he already, knowledge know right now. Wisdom know in time.
Yes.
There's only one prayer. God will be done, but he can't stand to hear a baby cry. He gonna give you that pacifier. And sometimes in life, very, very seldom, you have somebody in your life who a grandparent or something who's stopping you from getting your blessing too early.
Wow.
If I would have been this popular at 22, I would have had all kind of women. God knew the time.
It was not,
Because now I'm too sleepy. But I ain't got the energy. I'm like, well, I'm tired.
Right.
But no, that's what it is, man. It's God's will, man, to be done. And that's what people got to, and when you live like that, you really see, man, it's enough for everybody.
It is. Everybody's
supposed to be, there's too many rich people out here for everybody not to be feeling it. Somebody's being greedy. I give away give to my family of my business, you know what I'm saying? About 400 a month. But that 400 a month touched so many people.
400 what?
1,000. But when I say it touched,
we need to be in the family.
It touched so many people. But it's people that's making triple what I'm making. I'm like,
that aren't giving,
that's why, because people don't believe in God's will. Everybody nowadays online, they teach you how to keep your money for the future. That's all they trying to do. Okay, I'm gonna be dead. What you talking about? Talking about this RA, man, listen, I ain't studying that. I'm trying to, hey.
Yeah.
So, but what it is, that's people who don't, he told you, man, money gonna be the love of money.
Yep.
You know, money is a low frequency. That's why I told a guy one time, I take care of my baby mom, I don't care what man they was like, man, you simping. No, you simping because you giving up energy. My energy reserved.
Ooh.
I give away Federal Reserve. They have no value.
Bitty bumba. You better start. You a little preacher over here too now. Stop playing.
I ain't no preacher. I'm a preacher. I ain't trying to preach.
Child support into a service.
Baby,
We're
he
playing.
said, I'm giving away Federal Reserve, not my energy.
But God's will, they trying to put together, everybody trying to prepare their own will. They setting their own will up. And bruh, we ain't good. And the devil, people don't know, the devil don't come in your life to harm on purpose. He tries to be God. But he's so bad at blessing. Because how the energy turned out, this ain't God now.
Yeah.
Because even if people make it through, the stress of what am I gonna make it through? See, if they would let God handle it, it'd be different.
Yeah.
Because what happens in the industry, man, some of these projects, you know what I'm saying? Some of these projects, what happens is a lot of selfish people. It ain't just in the studios and the people. If you know this project ain't gonna work in your heart, people hire people just because they like them, and you playing with other people's money. You playing with other people's money now. If this don't come back. We got to stop in a minute because I'm not about to keep losing.
Exactly.
But it's people that'll be like, put this person in this project because you putting your own wheel together because it's gonna benefit you, but not knowing if that wheel keep turning, everybody gonna eat. But you know, so
That's good. You talked about giving, and one thing that Andy Norman, who works at he's one of the vice presidents at Tyler Perry Studios. He leaves at work and goes to Bible study every week. And when I was still costuming, before I even became a costume designer or even started styling Tyler, he called me one day. He said, I don't know why God put you on my heart during Bible study, but he told me to tell you this. And I was like, what did he tell you? He said, he told me to tell you that your living is in your giving. And I was like, okay. He's like, just remember that. And I was like, okay, I got it. So I've always been like a tither. Like I always make sure I give God his and help people as I can. But as I began to ascend and like gain wealth, I was like, wow. Like I knew exactly. He's like, Chris, I had no idea why God put that. But he knew where you were going and he knew where he was taking you. And he didn't want you to forget that. So I want to tell you that as well. Like your living is and you're giving and you're doing the right thing.
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
I ain't got no woman in my life to tell me I'm doing the right thing. That's crazy, man.
Is that crazy?
That's crazy, but.
Oh my goodness. Well, let's talk about women since we on the subject. You are a father of 10. How did you end up with so many kids?
I ain't pull out.
Were these like relationships or were these were they one night stands?
My first baby mama was my high school sweetheart. So we was together from 8th grade all the way to like for years. So we had 3 kids.
Okay.
Nah, I cheated on her one time, got a girl pregnant. Just all through high school, just right after high school. And then my 3 kids in between her was women I dealt with one time.
Wow. Ooh.
And God did me like that because you know better.
You know better.
That's why these girls got pregnant, man. I was like, oh God. You know what I'm saying? So I'm at 6 children.
Wow.
I don't know, you know what I'm saying? And then my ex, my ex-wife, me and her had 3.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that
oh,
was
you were
9.
married. Okay.
Yeah. So
how long were you married?
For 7 months. Nah.
Somebody said for 7
Nah,
months.
it was a year and some change. But I was with her for 10 years.
Wait. Together with her for 10 years.
Yep.
Yep. Married for 7 months to a year, roughly.
It was a year.
Okay, a year.
Yeah, for sure.
What happened? Was it just like a?
Nah,
we just better being cool.
Nah, I married her because like, first of all, we had got custody of one of my daughters. I had to go to court for her, so and then I had just started doing the touring thing. I'm like, man, I've been with this girl. Yeah. Man, I sold dope out her projects, man. I was like, man, I'm finna marry her, bro. This life, 'cause I ain't studying these women. I'm finna get this money.
Yeah.
When I got in the industry, I tell everybody, a lot of men focus on these women because they ain't never had them. See, I've been had them. So my focus now, So I married her. 'Cause I'm like, man, I'm finna do this. I'm finna change my family life for real. So I married her, man. And then, you know, a year later, I like, no. I hated to leave her behind. I ain't want to leave her or my first baby mama, you know what I'm saying? But I found a way I could bring them up financially and be there for them. But
was that a hard decision?
Yeah, that's a hard decision because you like, you know, you leaving the women, like we grew up together. So like, damn, I'm finna take off. But shit, y'all ain't with it.
They wasn't with it.
Nah, they just I'm different lane, man. You know, I started growing fast. Like I started worrying about my diet. I started because you know I picked up that Bible while me and her was in the project. And I was like, man, I told her you should have picked it up with me. Cause she asked me one day. She said, "What you read? You ain't gonna share what you read?" I mean, I said, "Man, you should
read it with me."
Read it with me, but I was growing so fast once I picked up that Bible. I was outgrowing a lot of stuff.
Wow.
So by the time I'm like, hey man, I'm a changed person.
That's so powerful.
Cause you can't scream his name too long without changing your character. And my character was changing, and I was like, dang, they can't.
Reverend
and
Kvle.
they had first chance.
They had first hand.
They had these.
Now, do they have they expressed any regret? Like
Every
hey,
woman I've been with regret. They
Every
ain't gonna
woman.
find no Wayne. You ain't gonna find no Wayne. You ain't gonna find no Wayne that.
What does a woman get when she get a Wayne?
Your grandma gonna be excited in the world. See, it's hard to find that because your grandma could be excited, but your friend be like, man, he lame. But the world could be excited, but your grandma like, he ain't the one for you, baby. Man, I got the aunties in the streets. So you blessed and you covered, but at the same time you pleased. Cause we in the flesh. The spirit run the life, but the flesh got to be pleased. So the women they regret it.
Yeah.
And a lot of women I've dealt with think it's still a chance. Cause I'm free. Like I'm not in a relationship for real.
Right.
But
Now, do you lead them on to make?
nah.
If they think they have a
I
chance.
don't even play like that.
You don't play like that. Okay.
I don't play with people. I don't play no game.
No games. You don't play the radio.
I'm direct. But they definitely regret it.
Yeah.
But I'm petty like that. I made sure they was gonna regret it. I work hard to make people regret.
Oh my God.
I'm competitive, so
Yeah.
I work on myself to be
Yeah.
to grow. Cause like I put in my book, man, stay up. That's the only way a woman gonna really ever want you and keep loving you. You have to stay up.
Yeah. That's real. That's real. So about your children, I see you're very active in all your children's lives. How do you manage and like between business and because I feel like you're always working and creating something. How do you like manage time even to be here today? How are you managing time for your children and your business?
Well, I had to retire a lot of people. Like my daddy, I retired him, so he take my sons to basketball practice. He handled them. Like he took the girls wanted to go to Beyonce concert. He put them in the Sprinter, took them in the baby mamas, and so basically I had to kind of like build a village around my kids, and they all helped me. And man, I just make God made a way with my schedule. I control my career so much, like I shut something down. Like this summer, I shut the whole summer down. I told them I ain't working. And I ain't even know the strike was coming.
Right.
Like that. I knew it was a writer strike, but I'm like, this be over.
Yeah, right.
But then the actor strike came, I was like, oh, damn.
Yeah, this is different.
So I put them first, and I feel like whatever you put first, God will make a way for you for the balance if you put the right thing first.
I love that. Speaking of parenthood, you recently did a post we talked about forgiving parents. What did you actually forgive your dad for?
Like he wasn't there, the times of need, and he had it. He was in the streets hustling and had money, but he won't really bless my mama unless they was on good terms. And so it was on the conditions and not unconditional.
Unconditional love, yeah, that's different, yeah.
So I went through things that I didn't have to go through if he would just brought him some money around now. So I'm like,
yeah,
he wasn't there when he could have been.
right.
And so I forgive him for that though.
Did that help you see what he did and where he went wrong, be the father that you are today?
Yeah. That's why I take care of my baby mamas, because at the end of the day, that's a hard job. And I learned that it set me free.
Yeah.
Because me trying to control their life, look, the kids stay there. Even if they do got a man, I still got to pay them bills.
Yes.
I can't let the kids sit outside because your mama, whatever your mama doing or whoever they talking to, ain't got nothing to do with the decision we made together to have this child. So it helped me understand that, because I know if that household ain't right,
It's not good for the kids for sure. Yeah. Do your kids live with you, or they live out with their?
Well, my son live with me, Tamar live with me, but all the rest of them, they all got rooms in there, but they don't be there. They be with their mama. But they got a room there, and their mama stay 5 or 10 minutes away. But it really just be me and Tamar.
Okay.
Cause my other son just went to college.
Got you. What were the steps that led you to saying I need to forgive my dad?
Man, I just don't like to waste time. I ain't holding nothing in.
Yeah.
Cause that was yesterday.
How was that conversation? Like, was it hard? Because I know sometimes parents, our generation is really big on like mental health and not wasting time, and we know the importance of certain things where our parents may kind of be stuck in their ways. Is your dad one of those people that's kind of like stuck in his ways? Was it hard to even get through to him?
Yeah, it was hard to get to him, but the thing was, when you believe in yourself and you look at yourself a lot, you see that they went through things. So it's a change. We know we coming out of slavery now. Especially black people.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So what we expect our parents to do,
Yeah.
let's be real.
You're right. I say the same thing I was telling my dad this recently. I said, I think about the generational curses and how like our parents just repeat what they saw. And you think about our grandparents who were the children of slaves, or you're not as old as I am, but yeah.
I'm older than you in spirit.
You are an old, you literally are, yeah. I would give you that. You're an old soul. Yeah. But our parents, like, it's like, we're not that far, like, we just getting out of that, and we're the ones that are starting to break the cycles of those patterns. That's so true. I literally just talked to my dad about that. I was like,
so we just getting out of slavery, so we expecting our parents to be like, Mama didn't do this, Mama didn't. Listen here, man. Listen, my dad ain't take my hips and throw it to them goddamn women and have them babies.
Yeah.
I could have made that decision not to do that. So when you believe in yourself, I got 2 kids that believe in themselves and they never reflect their problems on their parents. Sometimes some of my kids, I get mad when they go through stuff, they make their mama feel like, I just feel like I'm like, what's my 2 kids that believe in themselves, they internalize and they work on something.
Wow.
They don't take it and throw it on the parents. And I was always that child, because deep down, man, kids would lie. People would be lie.
Yes.
I remember one time being bad in school, my mama was about to beat me. They were like, what's been your problem? I said, my Uncle Chunk. Come on, Uncle Chunk had died. Man, he had died 2 years ago. Man, I want to study that, man. But I needed something deep for them to feel sympathy for me. I was like, my Uncle Chunk. They were like, she was like, what's wrong with Uncle? She was like, I know. I was like, thank God. Damn. She had that belt. I took that belt and put it. I was like, yeah. She said, what? I said, he been coming to see me at night. She said, what did he say? I was like, so I know how kids and people are, man. They be other stuff, dog. Like if you come in here and you slap somebody, they be like, it's because you said this. No, it's whatever happened before that. This happened, that happened. You just happen to be the one that take it over the goddamn top.
Yep.
So people know deep down, bro. People be having all. I like, man, people just ain't real. So I don't deal with a lot of that stuff. Come in, people don't want to hear the real. They only talk to me. People be going through other stuff, and most of the time, it's relationships. Somebody that's going through something like, bro, nobody shouldn't be able to have the power in your life to text you on the phone and change your day. For you to call somebody and talk an hour about that, that means that we're not letting God be an accountant of our energy. Because we let God be the accountant of our energy, he gonna know how much to put in that, and then when it do happen, it ain't gonna affect you at all.
Yes.
So my mom and daddy life, I wasn't that tied into them, because the reason why everybody's heart was hurt, my other siblings, because you had too much faith in your mama and your daddy. There's only God. And as a child, we have time to learn that.
But do we though? As kids, like, do we know that?
I don't know. Well, my family was gone. They was drinking and smoking, so I guess I was one of them kids who grew up fast.
Yeah.
But they have an option.
They have an option.
My kids see me read that Bible, their friends see me read it. So somehow in our life.
Yeah. You're giving them a different example though.
God, we don't see this. I don't know. Like you say, I can't say that because my sisters, I think some children judge their parents because my whole family did drugs. And my auntie Wanda, she my cousin, but my mom was like best friend. And she always told us, never try weed because it was a gateway drug. But my sisters, my family always judged them. Like, y'all just a bunch of weed different. But what happened is, they told us never try alcohol and weed. They tried it, so now they fighting not to be alcoholic. So instead of calling themselves alcoholic, as long as they keep them some money and have a party, we just having a good, no, it hit you too. You judge until you're a functioning alcoholic. But I didn't judge them, so I was like, that's gonna get me. If I get in that, that's gonna get me, so I stay out of it. I'm not one of them people who think I'm better than something, but when you don't judge your parents, I said, man, that cocaine can get me too. If I ever try cocaine, it's gonna get me. If I ever, cause that coochie got me. You see what it did.
10 kids later.
Sometimes, like, I see how my dad had out. Sometimes he just ain't. But
how many brothers and sisters do you have? You got a lot of kids?
Yeah, my daddy got 8 kids. And my mama had 3. So I was the oldest on my daddy's side and the youngest on my mama's side. I got 2 older sisters, and I caught my mama doing cocaine one day. And I said, Mama, so the next morning I asked, I said, why you put that white stuff over your nose? But I was so real as a child.
Wow.
The one thing I appreciate about this woman, she didn't give me, you ain't see that, you ain't this and that, this and that. I tell everybody, man, my woman, my mama's prayers allowed me to be real. And she said, son, I just like the way it make me feel. My sister them would have been like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It's like, man, you know, when you look at life, when you be still and look at life for what it really is, you could be real and make real judgments. Like, man, come on, man. So, you know, it just, you look at life for what it really is instead of for how you want it to look.
That's real. That's real. You recently said on our dear friend B. Simone and Megan's podcast, Know For Sure podcast, you said that you believe that the only way to properly love a woman is to give her what God wants for her.
Give her what God wants.
Can you, that really, me and Dinorah were like, oh, okay, we've never really heard a man say that, the way you broke that down. Can you break that down for me?
You got to give her what God wants for her, and what that is, she going to complain the whole time. My ex-wife, she complained the whole time, and she's happier now as a person. Because I never complied to the world. When I was in the street selling dope, she wanted us to be the lit couple. But I knew that wasn't good for her. It's certain things she wanted. But now she's a great mother and everything. Like, because in the end, that's who they gonna love. The one who kept it real with them. And
You mean she wanted y'all to be the lit couple? What does that mean?
Like certain things I wouldn't do in the street. Like, we ain't taking no trips. I'm a dope boy. And posting no pictures. I'm living the wrong life. God gonna be like, oh, so you trying to get out, but you out here showing out. So it's just like, that would have made her so happy. If I would have took on one trip while we were selling drugs, that would have made her so happy. There was a lot of things that
So you wouldn't take, what if you just took her on a trip and just didn't take any pictures? Would that be-
I'm selling drugs. So that ain't fair. If I'm telling God I want to get out, that's throwing it in God's face. If I was legit, okay, now I'm taking trips.
Yeah.
But it was a lot of things that would have made her happy in the moment. But she would have been where her friends at right now. You know what I'm saying? So a woman, it's like a child. You know what I'm saying? We got to give people. It ain't even a woman, just people. But a woman, if you give her what God wants for her, her soul gonna love you. Even when her flesh mad at you. See, what happens is a lot of women flesh like a man, but their soul ain't feeling it. So that's why depression comes, anxiety. But what happens is when your soul, when you talk to her soul instead of her flesh gonna be mad, but it's even gonna comply when it's time. It's just gonna complain in the daytime.
Yeah.
And eventually, when that flesh catch up, it's gonna be thank you, because in the end, she gonna glow.
Yeah.
Her better days are in front of her instead of behind her. And a woman, when you give a woman that, man, she give you her prayers. The name of my Netflix special is A Woman Prayers. I'm up right now because even when the women I dealt with deal with other men, their prayers are with me. Because every woman has a spiritual vagina. And that spiritual vagina is a virgin. That's why Mary is still a virgin, because they think this is the vagina. That could be washed out. And dush, dang.
All the way over.
Yeah, that men be so happy about. Yeah, I got that. The reason why it's so accessible, because obviously it's not. It's on lowest frequency. Her highest frequency, that spiritual vagina, and God is only gonna let a man of God touch that. Some women die a virgin, but if you ever find a man who touched that spiritual vagina, your life gonna be changed forever.
I've never heard this in my life.
Yeah,
Wow.
and that spirit gonna be.
That's real.
So now your spirit finally get to feel those moments and
It's different.
and open her legs. Cause she got her leg closed. She don't give a damn. She be like, you can do what you want to with yours. So why you giving it to him and you try to be like, you try to trick your spiritual. It was good. Like, we connected for real. And it's like, girl, oh my God, like this the one. And your spirit like, I don't care what you talking about. Then about 7 months later, it just didn't work. Cause it wasn't gonna work. Cause he complied to you. He did everything he can to get to that part of you. And that spiritual person, like, you know, you gotta think about it. The way I run, I could easily seduce women.
Yeah.
Now. But I could tuck this in. It seemed more fun, but I'm like, no, man, this what they need, and I don't care.
Yes.
Because I know this works.
Now, what does a man of God determine what God wants for her? Like, how do you know, like, this, I know what, how do you
He want her fulfilled, man, and he want her to get back on that journey, because when you get fulfilled, you got to think about it. Peter then was getting whipped and everything. It was so fulfilling just to talk about Jesus.
Yeah.
You got to think, how happy was they to walk around them dirty sandals and speak about Jesus? And they found something that was so, it's like a crackhead. That crack so good, they don't care that they teeth dirty.
Yeah, yeah.
They don't care what you say about them. They like, just give me this $15 to wash this car.
Right.
'Cause I'm finna go back and get this crack. So man, you activate that back in women, cause she influenced the world. Cause once you see women talking about that and want that, like even Sierra, just going to a man that talk about God. Women start shifting their head a little bit.
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So
Yes.
it gets them back on the journey and start feeling good to walk, eat good food, and live life. So once you get on that and once she get happy, now if y'all ever decide to get, the relationship is supposed to be the last thing. It's for a holy matrimony is really your flesh and your spirit come into agreements because they got to live with each other. So you got to come in holy matrimony with yourself first. Because right now it's 4 people right here on this couch. My flesh, your flesh, my spirit, your spirit. So once you become whole, then you talk to that person's soul, and that soul gonna tell you what to tell her to get her flesh back in line.
Wow.
And now,
That's deep.
when you finally get to that moment, that's what I'm waiting on, for a woman to get to that moment so we could be whole together.
Gotcha.
But that's what it is, and it's hard to do that because most men want to stay in good cahoots to get what they want.
Get what they want.
Cause they gonna say, and when they do say something triggering, it's malicious. It's the timing. They ain't really like when my baby mama, the one I told her I married. I knew my intentions was for her. When I met her, I said, "Oh, I'm gonna make sure this girl's straight,
Yes.
even if we don't end up together. She got something in her."
Yeah.
I went over there. We finally talked for a little minute, a couple months. I finally got that coochie. And I played like the cool guy. I bought her some weed and everything. See, the devil act like he God. Sometimes God pretend like he a devil to get your attention. Because you know that's what they like. I bought her weed. I bought her and her friend. We were like, yeah, I'm acting like, man, as soon as I got that coochie and I know I put that thing in her, the next morning I was like, hey, we got to wash these dishes and stuff now. She was like, what? Because I switched. I acted like I was the turn up guy.
Yes.
As soon as then she started this, and that girl started glowing, and glowing, and the whole hood seen it. And women around there was trying to find Waynes. I seen the town change. So I learned that, you know, when you get women back on the right track, God will bless you.
Wow.
He'll take care of you because he ain't playing about y'all. Y'all with prayers.
He do not play about us.
Y'all women, men don't understand that, bro. Like, y'all control the world. Y'all prayers are strong.
They are.
Y'all, that's why women that I work with, I pay them to do their job. It ain't no men get paid more than women. It's because I know they keeping this up. It's they prayers.
Yeah. Ooh, that's good.
You know, so that's what it is, man. Just got to get that spiritual vagina. And that spiritual vagina they ain't stuck no lies. They don't care about no smooth talk. It been here before the ancestors.
That's true.
See, that flesh thing, it's gonna get tricked every time. And sometimes you gotta drink a little alcohol to tell the spirit to shut up. So the flesh feel comfortable giving up what it be. That's why most people, before they cross the line, because that's the only way that flesh drink up. Like, you talk too much, you making me feel too conscious. So let me unconscious do something to take my mind off. So now for this moment, and then sometimes I still be like, I need another one. Cause this joke still got them talking.
Shots. I need a shot. Yes.
Hush. You know, and then all of a sudden, it hush, and then
Before you know it.
you wake up, and it's back. See, how you feel this morning? And then people now you fighting, trying to prove wrong, like I made the right decision. So what people do, they end up staying with that person long term just so they can prove to the spirit, I was good. Then after a year later, or 2 years, and if you blessed if it's that early. Because sometimes a person will take 10 years of your life.
You right. Oof.
And get what the spirit do every time. Come here, baby. I told you I don't be telling you that.
Yeah.
To stop you from having fun.
Yes.
But trust me, I know. I'm connected to the one.
Yeah. Wow.
And that's what it is.
So,
This
talking about
question.
the spiritual vagina.
Yeah.
Right now in your life, you're single, but are you like abstaining from sex? Are you open to sex? Because you're very spiritual. Are you feeding the flesh, or are you like, I'm good on that?
Well, right now my flesh ain't that hungry, but it still got appetite. So it's gonna eat. My flesh gonna eat. It ain't finna die. I don't know the hell doing that. But it just ain't got the appetite it used to have.
Cause you sleepy, you tired.
Tired. It's just, I can't, God has set you up. I'm so busy, I literally can't you know, my lifestyle don't bump into people.
You don't?
No, because I'm vegan. So most people go out to eat.
Yeah.
Vegan take you away so much from stuff because,
Wow.
man, ain't no bad women in them restaurants. They trying to figure their body back out. You know, so it's like, you know, I'm so disconnected. Yeah, I'm always have sex. I'm never stopping that. God has to chop it off before I stop.
You had to chop it out.
Like I'm not gonna never stop, but it's just organically. Even if I try my hardest, eat to my appetite just ain't that big.
Yeah.
It just it's way less than it would have been. It don't matter.
Do you feel, you said something about because you're busier now, like you don't, I've heard men say that like when they're focused on things, sometimes sex, because a lot of people think like sex is always on y'all's mind, but I've heard
It is most of the time. Until you hit a certain level, now I just don't have the appetite. Like it's like vegan. I didn't try to go vegan. He took the appetite away, and this appetite taken away from me now. I'm scared because I'm like, hey God, I'm fighting him on that.
You're like, I want this.
But no, it just don't.
Wow.
It just don't. That ain't my main. It just ain't the main course. Cause I used to be, man. I was born with a lustful spirit. And I used to be like, when I was young, like, man, God, you know, man, I want this. I want her. I want her. I'm like, what is that? You know what I'm saying? And then that lustful spirit lasted for a while. But I noticed when I started getting that word and when I started getting off that food, I noticed, man, I ain't have the energy. I think sometimes the hormones in that food be having you animal-like. And whatever your animal spirit is, some people, it make them eat more. Some people make them more angry at me. It was like, I want some coochie. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm gonna have most women, and this is how it's going. But now, I'm just more, I walk like.
You do, yeah.
So that ain't the main thing. I like to get to know people now.
So like, speaking of that, like, as you're single, like, how do you even like approach relationships? Like, if Wayne was supposed to see somebody, like, what would you do?
I'm gonna tell you straight up. If I like a person, listen, I want to be with you for real. I'm serious about everything I say. Like, I'm already thinking about marriage. I ain't got time to be.
Wow.
But most times, to set up to that, they ain't gonna believe you.
Yeah, they'd be like, what?
But
Right.
I be serious. I go straight at it. I ain't got time to play.
Right. Wow.
I'm like, if I like somebody, I already know. Went through my mind first. I write my content in my mind. I never use paper, so everything is in my mind. So I look at a person and I be like, you know what I mean?
Little scan.
So by the time I step to somebody, I'm like, hey man, this is what it is. But most people like, they'll kind of believe you at first. Then they gonna talk to one of their friends. Then their friends will Google you. They'll be like, you gotta check this first.
Yeah, you got, look at this.
Look at this. And
He got all these kids.
And then they gonna come back with that. I'm like, well, all right, they gonna see. And when they gonna look up and be like,
Damn.
God damn, I should. So I'm gonna go. But I really like. I like relationships. I do like relationships, but it just got to be somebody who really trusts and believe that this is it for real.
Yeah. Do you feel like, 'cause I know you balance your family well, do you feel like you could also balance a relationship?
Oh yeah,
As
I'm a
busy
good
as you
relationship.
are? Okay.
Yeah, I can balance it. A relationship it's easier now because you ain't got time for no bunch of women.
True.
So a relationship is like.
So cause I feel like sometimes it's the opposite. I feel like a lot of times when men get success, it opens the door for more women. What do you mean you don't have time for a lot of women?
The door open. They could go. They could stand at the door all they want. They ain't get no real energy out of me. If you want somebody taking naps, cause I just ain't got time. Especially when you in the lane I'm in, cause I ain't getting checks. I ain't never got a check yet. All these checks I'm getting, I'm creating.
Wow.
Like even this movie, I got to go put together. The agency had to do this. I had to go get the producer. So I'm finna do this movie. You know what I'm saying? I gotta go raise these M's. I'm not in the state. I still haven't got a check.
Yeah.
So I don't got time.
Yeah.
Because every piece of my business, I never got a check yet. The first check I got was that book. You know what I'm saying? And every other check I create, it to come every month. So I'm in that state of mind. I stay in the hustle.
Yeah.
And once I don't got this far with it, I put that before everything because this my freedom.
Yes.
This my leverage to be able to walk into meetings and be like, no. And I meant it. I ain't trying to be mean. If y'all want to blackball me, go ahead. Because Jesus turn this whole goddamn, you know what I'm saying? I know him. But no, so relationship wise, man, it's easy to be in a relationship right now because if I had a woman who really on that journey with me, bro, I ain't getting off Jesus.
Absolutely. Yeah. Stand on
So
that.
we ain't got to talk about him all the time, but we better know that's the head because I'm not going to get no long conversation about them blinds. Like, I ain't finna be have no woman talking to me about all day, 2 hours. I'm like, we could have talked about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just want to live and I want to have fun. I'm at that stage now. I don't walk, like I said, I don't walk across the path. So I ain't got no trauma. I want to enjoy. Let's go eat together. Let's travel together. Let's make love and let's work together. Let's okay, what you got going on? What's the best? Babe, what you think? Let's do, I don't know. Okay, this man, I want to be in those conversations of prosperity, and I want to be so in love that we don't even know we're in love. That we wake up and you see this person every day. Hey, you good? Man, guess what happened, man? I just seen this on, you know what I'm saying? Short conversations and man, my goddamn knee hurt. I want to say something like, man, my knee been hurting too. I don't want it to be act every day.
Yes.
Babe, I feel like I'm on set, action.
The director is here.
Yeah, like,
Wake up.
even when people try to act like that, it's cringe. When people on TV, yes, I'm not doing that today. even in acting world, that scene.
Yes.
More like, hey man, I want to wake up. Man, baby, last night, man, I slept on the sofa because my neck was hurting. I know it's just I want that organic, natural, and I don't want to be telling some know what we read.
Yeah.
To make our relationship better, man. Let's figure this out.
Yeah.
You know?
I love that. I saw on your Instagram that you bought a G-Wagon for your future wife.
Yeah.
What made you do that?
I would make all my exes mad.
Petty Wayne.
No, I did it as marketing because the name of my special is A Woman's Prayer.
Oh,
So I'm gonna
okay.
start doing things up to that point.
I know Drake, he has like a closet of Hermes Birkin bags for his future wife.
Yeah.
So I thought that was.
But that's her G-Wagon. I drove it here.
Oh, you did?
I was gonna leave it.
Guess what? I got one.
Oh damn.
He said, I drove it here.
I got one. Yep. Well, that's you spending your money. That's
What do you say?
That's you spending your money. You're supposed to keep yours. See, women nowadays don't got so independent. Hey,
Talk about
Let me
it.
tell you something. I say this on stage the other week. Women they say that the laziest women got the best coochie. Let me tell you why.
What?
They say because an ambitious woman use all her creative juices up here. A lazy woman use down here. I said, that's why I like a woman in scrubs. I like a CNA. Because they were too lazy to go to school for them few years to get there. So sometimes you gotta keep your money. But you gotta keep your money.
Yeah.
See, some women scared to be a scammer. Y'all was meant to be that. You don't want to be spending your money, but you want to spend your money because I want to be independent. No, spend his money. He be mad. I gave you the yep. You sure did. And what? You gotta spend. Can't be spending your own money too much.
Okay.
Cause that'll cause stress. Cause now you a man. Like you supposed to do it sometimes.
The soft life. We were talking about that.
Yeah, you don't want to do that because you want to keep your money. Cause a woman got money. If she keep her money, she feel good every day, no matter what. Sometimes. A woman cannot handle seeing money going out her account. She'll turn. Yeah. Now I tell most men, you can't even get a woman attention till you take care of her life. Cause she halfway talking to you. Is this person, but is this person in the back of her mind? She's thinking about where she got to pay next month. So she's there, but she's never really there. If you go and just figure out a way, don't even tell her. Just pay it all. Send a check every month, guarantee. No, this ain't for nothing. You don't gotta give me nothing. But this go $15,000 a month. Just we can sign a contract for 5 years. And first she was like, you ain't finna try me like that. And we like, Then you got her attention. So what? So what was you saying about all that stuff that you like my eyes? She don't hear all that.
Yeah.
Cause a woman can't handle money coming out that account. My daughters, bruh, I get them allowance every month. I give them $2,000. My daughter every month, Malia, beginning of the month, she have shades on when she get her check.
Oh my gosh.
Every month, right after the 14th, she be depressed. Her mama like, what's wrong with her? I said, it's that money. They be broke by the other half of the month. I see they depression, and I be laughing so hard. But women cannot handle money going out. It's not good for their psyche. That jump, when a woman see that money, they want to turn their card. I'm like, what is this?
Right.
And I ordered, but they can't start ordering stuff.
Nope.
So, man, I be telling women, every woman I know some women in the industry, bro. I know some comedians, I know some women who don't spend their own money, and they is depressed right now, and I feel sorry for them. They still got money, but I pray for them because they tried that. And I'm like, y'all ain't.
Yeah.
A man built for certain things, a woman built for certain things. See, a man go down, nigga, you know, but a woman, that ain't good for her mental, because even if she do bounce back, she don't lost some of her health on the way to that journey. So I be like, man, that's why I take that pressure off my baby mamas. Because even now, because they don't got no big stash, because I take care of them, but I have to give them a stash, because I can see it on them. They walk different.
Yes.
I be like, what the hell wrong with you? Just they look dark. As soon as that money hit their account, I promise you, it's a light. They come. They speak different. They bones move different.
Yep.
They weave even glowing. They ain't even connected to that. That's just weave. So how to weave? I tell you, man, a woman can't spend her own money all the time. They can't take it.
So when we were talking, you said something about you went to this woman and the girl that you went to, and you brought the weed for the friends, and then you got the cooch. Then the next morning you woke up, you got to wash some dishes.
Yeah.
So when we talk about dishes, we all, in society, we talk about gender roles. Are there things that you feel like a woman has to do in the household, and that some things are just for a man to do?
No, it's different situations. You know what I'm saying? If that woman working, that man need be washing the dishes. You know what I'm saying? You got to work with each other. So it ain't no set. It ain't no set life. It's just that for a set kind of person. Like some women go make sure they ain't playing that. You got to help take care of me, and because I'm gonna do this. So me, I just stayed the journey. I won the whole time. So if I won the whole time, at this point we ain't got to clean up because we'll pay
somebody else do it.
But at that point we couldn't pay no maid.
Right. Okay.
So who gonna wash these dishes? Now I wash them.
Yeah.
I'm cool. I wash them. But when I go to Keisha's house, I don't say that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like in each situation.
Not when I go to Keisha's house.
I think each gender roles, it ain't no set what a man got to do, what a woman got to do, man. Because at the end of the day, when it's time to fight, when y'all fighting life together, y'all just got to look out for each other, man. If you tired, I got to do this. Oh, let's call somebody, let me figure this out. But at the end of the day, it depends on where you at in life, and it depends on who you are. Because some women going to make you be a man. You can't be nothing but a man.
Yeah.
Because she ain't finna let you be no woman. And you going to run across some men.
Yeah.
All that man stuff in you, you might as well just be a woman.
Yeah.
Because that happened in my past relationships too. I ain't them. Whoever you talk to, Melissa Coney raised me, and she taught me how to be a man. You ain't finna be nothing but a woman.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna put my hands on you. I ain't gonna raise my voice, and I'm not malicious. But I am 100% man. So you can't be nothing but a woman.
Yeah.
Because that role fulfilled. But gender role, you ain't gotta wash no dishes. A man will go in there washing dishes. I clean my house. My house is immaculate. I'm a clean person.
Yeah.
But ain't no woman in there.
That's right.
So
Love it. So what is Dwayne looking for in a woman? If we were to tell the ladies.
Tell the ladies
The
what
women.
camera we're looking at.
You can look at this one, or that's your,
That-
which one is this camera?
Well,
That's
to,
your
to
camera.
be honest, and this gonna sound cliche. I'm looking for a woman who really believes in God for real, and not the world. Cause I never had a woman cheat on me with a man, as far as I know, but I had her cheat on me with the world. So I just want a woman who really believe in God, for real, for real. That crazy faith. Cause if she believe in that, everything else gonna fall in order anyway. I don't need no woman who gonna clean up, even though I love a clean woman. Cause we could pay somebody to do that. I don't need no woman who making some money, we get some money. I don't need no woman who, I don't care if she, I don't care what it is. But if you just believe, you could come as you are. Because that's gonna work in order, and we gonna live in our own world, and people gonna pay attention to us. And like, why are they so happy? Don't be picking stuff out from the world, bringing it back home. Cause he told us not to eat that apple, but we still on that iPhone with that apple on the back. Bit off.
What?
Still in the tree, picking up everything and bringing it back home. And God said, don't bring it back.
Dwayne. Wow.
So I just want a woman to believe in Jesus for real.
Did y'all hear what he just said? We still got that iPhone with the apple in the back.
Bringing it home.
Ooh. We gonna just leave it right there. Oh my gosh, I'm blown away.
That's a Bible study.
That was a whole Bible study. So good, so good.
Appreciate it, man.
No, so good. Wow, thank you so much.
I appreciate y'all, man.
Yes.
I appreciate the sofa and the whole morale. This is great what y'all got going on.
Thank you.
And this is right on time.
It is right on time. We're almost done. We're gonna we have a listener letter where people write into us and we give them advice.
Okay, cool.
So I'm gonna read the letter. It's called Positive Outcomes.
Cool.
And this young lady says, "Hi, Crystal. I'm a 44-year-old woman who just ended a 6-month relationship with a 39-year-old man who I've actually known for years. We finally decided to link up one day and had great conversations about life and past relationships. Come to find out, he met all the qualities that I was looking for in a man. The only problem was he was broke and jobless. I stayed in it for 6 months and fell in love with the potential of him becoming the man that I wanted him to be. Things got ugly within the 6th month. I knew that it was God releasing him from me. I experienced a great deal of trauma in the past 3 years and actually felt secure in the moment for all the wrong reasons. Although we don't talk and everything is still fresh, he still talks to my sister, who is in a relationship with one of his family members, as if he and I never happened. I keep trying to figure out what is it about me that keeps falling for men who don't meet my requirements when it comes to job, money, and faith. I work 2 full-time jobs, and I take care of myself and my children. I will continue to have faith that my equal is on the way. Can you please give me some advice to strengthen my self-confidence and put boundaries between my ex and I, who I still love with friendship?"
What's that last part she said?
The very, which part?
Hold up. She said, "Can you please give me some advice?" This was she strengthen myself, confidence, and put boundaries. That's the answer. She got the answer right there. She needs to strengthen her. She just needs to work on her. Work on her. You can't work on nobody else. You can't change men. You can't change the people that come in your life. The devil gonna send them, and you just got to change you. Life is like from kindergarten to 12th grade. People think it's from 12th grade to kindergarten. The lesson getting harder. We go from 1 + 1 to 3x times 50x until the but you get stronger along the way. That it feels like kindergarten.
Wow.
So you got to strengthen you. So when that stuff come, you know how to handle that. You gonna be different, okay? Nah, I ain't gonna lie, cause what it is, sometimes the broke man got the best D, so it's hard to leave them alone.
Yeah.
Cause they focus on that.
Like the lazy women got the best, the broke men got the best.
Them lazy women, boy. You come home, she just laying on that sofa, boy. You got that vibe about you, like if you like.
What? That I'm lazy?
Like you hard work, but you lazy.
I work hard. I'm
lazy.
I definitely have a balance. Yeah.
Boy, you got that. Like, Joe, come on, see you be happy as hell. But like, man, I hate to be on y'all day, but good Lord.
Okay, I would tell you definitely work on yourself, do some self-work, do therapy, because it sounds like you've been through some things. You said you had trauma from past relationships in the past 3 years. I would work on yourself before hopping into a relationship. I do know that it is hard to deal with someone who is still friends with your family and still be kind of lingering. It's hard to get over somebody when they're still so close. Like, you know, it's like, dang, can I have my people? You know what I'm saying? Can you just go on so that I can have my life back and not think about you or constantly have to hear about what's going on with you? So I know that's hard as well. But you can't control the fact that your sister's in a relationship with one of his family members. I would just do my best to just let your sister know, hey, I don't want to hear anything about him. I'm trying to get over it. Even though you love him, but I think what Kountry Wayne says is right. You have to start with yourself.
That's real.
Yep. All right. So we do something called what I'm going through and what I'm growing through. Is there anything that you're going through and growing through, Wayne?
Going through?
In life?
Shoot, not really.
Not really. Everything's just great.
I might be going through it, but he won't let me feel it. I don't know.
That's good. So this part of the show, we fill in the blank. It's called Keep It Blank, Sweetie.
Okay, cool.
From this episode, I would say keep it creative, sweetie. never like get complacent, always stay creative and think of new ideas and things to do.
That's real.
Yeah. What would you say?
I like that.
You like that? You can go with what I said?
I'm gonna go with what you said.
All right, perfect. We saying keep it creative, sweetie. Thank you, Wayne.
No, thank you.
No, I appreciate you. You have such great insight, and the way you break things down is like no one else. I appreciate you're funny. You had us all laughing in here. I hope you guys enjoy this episode of Keep It Positive, Sweetie. If you want to be featured on our Positive Outcomes listener letter, write into keepitpositivesweetie@gmail.com, and that's Sweetie with an IE. You can follow Keep It Positive, Sweetie on all platforms, and you can follow me on all platforms at LUV Crystal Renee. And Wayne, tell them where they can find you.
Oh, it's Kountry Wayne with a K. Kountry Wayne.
That's right. All right, stay tuned. Make sure you guys get his book. His book is entitled Help is on the Way, Stay Up and Live Your Truth. It's out. Get it. And remember, Jesus is popping. And in the meantime, until next time, keep it positive, sweetie. Love you guys.